Yes! Yes! Ah. I'm not questioning my my choices now, not at all. Good morning, everyone. It is officially day one of the camper build. It's time to start ripping out the everything. Before we do that though, I need to, where is it? Test for asbestos. I can just see, so. Oh yeah, right there. Oh, we gotta wet it first. Let's get some of this out of the way. So. Oh. Oh, come on, stupid mask. There we go. Okay. Oops. Oops. Oh. Nasty. Cut yourself, Jesse. There we go. That should be. So, if you have never taken off gloves or done a lab, a science lab, there's a proper way to take off gloves so that your hands don't get contaminated. So you hook on the outside and you roll it off. And then hold on to the glove with this hand, go under, and go around. That's the inside of the glove so you can touch it. We're good to go. I brought the trash can right over there, so I'm going to throw this away. Alright, so game plan today, since we can't take off the ceiling until we know if it's asbestos, is to just take all the doors off. I'm saving the hardware. And yeah, we're going to take the light fixtures down. There's a couple areas I know I'm taking the cabinets out. And then get all the stuff out from on the floor. There's those two chairs in the front that I don't need. So some of these things I can't immediately throw away. So that's all going in a little dump pile. There's some things I can throw away now, like the old vents. And I am actually going to measure for new ones so that those hopefully come in time when I start working on the roof. It doesn't really rain here very often in the late spring, summer, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, so we're gonna just start taking stuff down. So there's things like this that I'm definitely going to sell. This is a light fixture. People like to use these when they're restoring these old campers. I am not restoring it, I am renovating it, so this will get sold. It's past time, won't be getting over it. I don't know what I'm bringing in closer. Oh no, oh no. Oh, okay. Maybe someday. All right, after that, I definitely need to put a tank top on. I don't know if that transition worked at all. I had to mark a spot on the ground to make sure I stood in the right spot. So let's go back inside now that I'm cooler. We can get some more things down. All right, so I think I'm going to start with the doors. That seems easiest, and I can collect all the hardware. Oh, there's a hook here, interesting. And then I can start taking out cabinets that I want to take out, and this whole fridge thing is going to come out because it just kind of closes off the space, and I want it to feel a little bit more open back here.
My time is running out in the set. Ooh, I'm just a human in motion. Yeah, I'm looking ahead, looking out for someone like you. Maybe someday when I've grown older, I can see it all clear from above, looking back on it all. Maybe I can see what was broken. Ooh, but it's a lonely calling. Yeah, it's a lonely calling.
So I don't know if any of you guys follow Rachel Metz, Living to DIY. She is renovating a trailer that's going to be like a tiny house that's going to stay put. So she's doing a lot more work than I'm going to do because ideally eventually this will be moved, and I don't want to be putting things that could break on the road. It's not going to be like a live-in travel trailer. It'll just kind of be my tiny house that I park in different spots. But anyway, I remember she said something about as you're demoing, you kind of start thinking about things that you want to replace something with. And as I was taking down this door, I got that exact kind of idea, because honestly, I mean, you see here, there's two closets. This is obviously the bigger one. I don't know if this was used for a pantry. There's hangers in here and like a clothes rod, but honestly, I'm leaning more towards making this like a pull-out, maybe pantry, and then bringing, so like closing it in here, and then it would be the fridge, so that we'd actually have a little bit more of like an entryway, because I'm really wanting that space to be nice and open. I'm gonna do like an L-shaped couch, and so yeah, either way it's going to be, I think maybe the pantry does go to the ceiling, but the fridge is going to be a bit smaller, so I'll have like kind of a view of the door. I don't know. It's all just exciting thinking about how I want to change things, and just to get more space back, because this was these tend to be built for more semi full-time, part-time road travel. But since this is going to be staying put, while I will be living in here mostly full-time, if not part-time, then that just means I'm already kind of a minimalist, so just like, I don't need 2 closets for just me, especially with all of that back there and all of that space under the bed. Yeah, I'm actually, yeah, you'll see, I'm planning on taking these upper cabinets out and putting shelves in just to get more headroom. Yeah, so it's just kind of, yeah, like I said, it's fun to demo and see and get ideas for the layout of things, so.
up with the moves, don't wanna meditate. Girl, with you it's hard. Fill in the blanks, text me back, throw me a kiss instead of them tricks. Don't make it hard. I wanna celebrate, you know, our togetherness, both mind and flesh. Only we know how it goes. We know how it goes. Our togetherness, both mind and flesh. We know how it goes. Way down low. I don't wanna push and pull, girl, come on, follow me once. Oh, I don't play rough. You know where you got me around your little pinky, nothing to ask, nothing. Damn, this crush is hard. I wanna celebrate, you know, our togetherness, both mind and flesh. Only we know how it goes. We know how it goes. Our togetherness, both mind and flesh. We know how it goes. Way down low. You don't need to be scared. I can be gentle. You don't need to stay that square. You're beyond compare. I want to celebrate, you know. Our togetherness, both mind and flesh. We know how it goes. We know.
Alright, so the last room that has cabinets in it is the bathroom, which is tiny, but I'm gonna try to my best to get a good angle for you guys. Yeah, honestly, I have no clue which direction to maybe.
Goes our togetherness, both mind and flesh. We know how it goes. We know how it goes. Our togetherness, both mind and flesh. Only we know how it goes. We know how it goes. Our togetherness, both mind and flesh. Only we know how it goes. We know how it goes. Our togetherness, both mind and flesh. Only we know how it goes. We know how it goes.
Alright, that is the end of day one of demo and of the camper build. I got all of the doors off, all the drawers except for the ones under the bed. That's gonna be quick though, you just slide them out. So tomorrow I'm planning on cleaning all the doors out, putting them in the spot in the shed that I need to clear out, but I'm not gonna do that today because I need to start my normal work. And then tomorrow, once all of this stuff is out of the way, then I'll start taking down bits of furniture. I don't know if you can see this. This thing is gonna go, it doesn't look like it's structural. All of the front cabinets, like I was talking about, the cabinets that are behind you guys right now, that's gonna get taken out. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna kind of figure out ways to like take the oven out, take the heater out. I might even take the bed apart. So yeah. All right, so today, I don't know if you can see me, I have a kind of dark angle. I didn't work yesterday because it was 99 and today it's going to be like 89 and it's already really like humid and hot. and it's like 9 o'clock. I think it just hasn't fully cooled off yet from yesterday. But yeah, so either way, I need to clear out all of the doors and drawers. I did not do that yesterday. And then we'll start taking out some of these cabinets. So let's do that. Now that I am sufficiently sweaty and dirty, now we get to take down the cabinets. I'm still kind of figuring out exactly where I'm taking things out and where I'm not. I don't want to go overboard and then have to rebuild something I don't need to, but a fair amount is going to get changed. So let's go get the screwdriver.
At least I knew it was a lie. She's not very bright, but Jenny's alright. She tries, but then she gets tired. She tries to hide, but Jenny's alright. What's on your mind, Jenny? What makes you cry? Jenny, why are you so shy? Jenny's alright. Jenny ran, it was a shame.
So, why I'm struggling so hard with this is because I'm probably a beautiful sweaty mess. The wires usually, at least lately, are stranded because it's better for like vibrations, because if like one wire snaps from the vibration, it's not going to ruin the whole wiring system. These are solid copper wires. So one, they're not very flexible to like bend and get in there. My forearms are so tired from that. And then two, they're so hard to cut. I don't have really anything outside of like a normal like wire cutter set thing, trimmer and whatever. So yeah, this is really hard, but let me show you what's going on. I don't know if you can see that with how dark it is probably, but it's a single wire, single strand, and there's like exposed wire, like not insulated, which is weird. But yeah, so I'm trying to get this last bit, but I have no idea how I'm gonna cut that copper. I mean, I must be able to cut it with the wire cutters that I have, but whew, okay. Spotlit. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna turn you over so I'm not in the sun. As you can see me struggling, the issue is that these campers were made with a mix of like thinner wood and some really fucking hard wood. And that is why something like this hasn't 1973 hasn't fallen apart yet. Obviously the ceiling is disintegrating a little bit from the water damage, but that's the thin wood. But all of the furniture seems to be made of like 1/2-inch ply, which is making this really hard, especially because I can't find the screws. They've like put them, when they were putting it together, they glued some things to hide the screws, so it's like I have to, like you saw me, just full on muscle it to try to break it down. Part of me wants to move to something that I know I can accomplish, like this. Maybe. I mean, I say I could accomplish it, and who knows if it'll even come apart, but it looks like it's a bit easier than that because everything's visible. The problem with that is that obviously it was a professional camper. It's a professionally built camper, so with the wiring, they're hiding all the wires to make it look really clean. But now trying to take it apart because it's 50 years old, it's so hard. And this is why they always say that the first 10% and the last 10% of camper, or of any sort of build, van, camper, whatever, takes the longest. We're in that first 10%, the demo part. Actually, this is probably the first 5% taking the longest, because once we do this, then it's the paint and the walls, and oh my god. I'm not questioning my my choices now, not at all. All right, I think I'm gonna switch gears because I can't stand that anymore. We're gonna do this. Hi friends, it's voiceover Jessie because it was way too windy that day to record anything and talk to you guys. So here you see me working on the graffiti. I decided to tackle this project because I just wanted to end this video with at least one completed project. So I started by following the directions that the can had, that you sprayed onto a rag and then apply it to the metal or whatever material. The rag didn't seem to be rough enough, so I started using a scrub brush, but I first put the goof off on a rag, then onto the door. That worked a bit better having the texture of the brush, but it still wasn't ideal. And then I just decided to start spraying it on the door, and the instructions did say that that was acceptable, just that it might mess with the metal, but it hadn't, so I decided to just do it, and it was way better. It was able to really soak into the paint, and it came off pretty much instantly once I started scrubbing. This was a really cheap and easy fix. I was only just slightly concerned that I couldn't find something, but this was actually a recommendation from the Facebook group that I joined specifically for bowls, arrows, campers. And that brush just made it way easier to get into the textured part of the aluminum. The gold section is way more bumpy, and you could tell when you look at it up close before someone had tried to scrape off the paint, but with the grooves in it, they couldn't get into it. So no matter what, before I even started using the brush, when I looked at it, I knew I'd have to get one eventually, and sure enough, I actually had one. Taking it off with the hose was so satisfying. I was really lucky to have like a jet feature on the hose adapter. Hello everyone, this is the end of week 1 of the camper build. I am going to try to do it weekly because after I effectively only worked on the camper 3 days, and yeah, God, my hair is so windswept after that. Yeah, I wanted to talk you through that whole thing, but I'm just gonna do, as you heard, it was a voiceover, so it's still very windy because it's the same time as when I did the graffiti off. I don't know if you could notice in the footage, but it didn't get all of it off, so I'm gonna have to go back through and do a second pass. It got a lot of it off though, and so I don't doubt that it'll be able to get the rest of it off. I need to wash my hands. And then yeah, I just wanted to finish, like I said, off on a project, actually finishing a project this week, and that was just something small and attainable. So very happy that that goof off, whatever it's called, works. And yeah, hopefully if you have an issue like that too, you can use the same product. Before I end this video though, I wanted to quickly do a little chat on, I guess, what I learned this week. Obviously I found more places that had water damage that I'm going to have to take apart. I figured out how tough those wires are, so I'm gonna have to get a tool. I think there's only a handful more of, because I was able to get these taken apart, but it was not easy, so it makes me want to get a tool that's better suited for thicker wire like that. So that might be on the books for next week, a tool I'm gonna get, but we have some things coming in the mail so I can start doing some exterior work. Once I get everything taken out and hear back from the asbestos test, then I'll start working on the outside so I can get everything pretty watertight. I do have 2 new vents coming in that'll replace the one in the living room and the one here in the bedroom. What else did I learn? I learned that I really love hammers and breaking things. I really didn't know how much I kind of needed some of that, like just releasing that, I guess, pent up angry energy. I honestly don't feel like I'm that angry of a person, but I think all of us do end up just holding things in that we don't even know what it, because I don't know, I haven't been angry at anything in a really long time, maybe stressed about stuff, so it's just a really good release to physically just smash things. So that wraps up the first week of the camper rebuild. We still have some demo to do, obviously, next week, and maybe if I get bored, I'll bounce to doing some exterior work. The vents are coming in and lap sealant's coming in, so I can seal up the cracks on the exterior, or at least start to, because it is a beast, 24 feet. So make sure you are subscribed, and if you are a new subscriber, hello, welcome. I appreciate you all for being here. If you want more like quicker real-time stuff, I do post on my stories, and I have started a highlight on my Instagram. It's straywith.me, and I'll leave that tagged below. And as we go through the builds, there will be a playlist. It's probably going to be pretty long compared to my 6 and 5 series for my van builds, because this is quite a big project. But thank you, and I'll see you next week.